Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ron, and this is Backcountry Beagles. Today we're in the Grand Mesa National Forest, which is on top of the mesa in western Colorado. This mesa is actually the largest flat-top mesa in the world, too. I'm here with my brother Jacob today, and we have his silver TJ. We've gotten a few requests to do a walk around of the Jeep, so that's what we're here to do today. So Jake, tell us a little bit about the Jeep.
It's a 2004 Jeep Wrangler Rocky Mountain Edition. It has 140,000 miles on it, 4-inch lift, short arms. But
we're gonna change that.
Yeah, change
very
that
soon in the
very
future.
soon.
So Jake, tell us a little bit about these wheels and tires, because you got a really nice setup on this Jeep.
They're Spiderlock Pros, 17-inch bead locks. The tires are 35 by 12.5 by 17. I like these rims because they have proper offset, and I don't need to run spacers with them.
And they look freaking good.
Yeah, they're very easy to clean too. So up here we have the Smitty built Stinger. This bumper was not initially a winch bumper, so I made it into one. I cut and welded my own winch plate. I drilled the holes and installed this 12,000-pound synthetic rope winch. So if you look under the bumper, I have the Cab Fab 1-ton steering. They have the Heim joints. I'm not a big fan of them. They squeak a lot of maintenance. If we come on this side, I have my favorite mod of the Jeep, David. Okay, so this is another one of my favorite mods of my Jeep, the CJ drop-down tailgate. I really like it because you can use it as a seat when you're camping and just hanging out. But if you look back here, I also have my rear fuel cell and my CO2. And the reason why I offset this to one side is because I want to have a single low profile seat in the back still. I might not have a lot of friends, but I plan on having some friends.
So this is a really nice fuel cell. What fuel cell is this, Jake?
It's the Moto-built 19-gallon fuel cell.
This fuel cell is actually really nice because you can use the stock fuel pump from the stock fuel tank of the Jeep. And then what do you got going on right here?
Oh, that's my CO2. But if you look closely, we have the CO2 holder that me and Ronnie made.
We cut that out on the CNC actually, and Jake welded it together, and it came out really nice. It's a nice spot for his CO2, so when we go on trips and whatnot, he has plenty of room over here. So this Jeep does really good for what it is right now, but we are going to be doing a lot of work to this in the next couple months.
Some of the work that we're going to be doing is we're going to be swapping the 8.8 that we've been building. We're going to lock the front end. We've been building a high pinion Dana 30 because I have a low pinion right now.
A lot of people are probably going to be wondering, why are you going to take out the Dana 44 in the rear and put in an 8.8? And the reason behind that is we were originally building the 8.8 and we did a lot of work to it already. And it was supposed to be for another Jeep that Jake had. And unfortunately that Jeep...
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's not with us anymore. So since he already has a lot of time and money into that axle, we're still going to be swapping it into here. Can still get rid of that Dana 44 for a good amount of money. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of suspension work to this. We're going to be doing a 3-link long arm in the front, and in the rear we're going to be doing a single triangulated 4-link. The advantages of the rear being triangulated means no more track bar, which means more flex.
And also with that, we're going to be moving the rear axle back 5 to 7 inches.
So like a small amount of stretch, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, you'll probably be at the same wheelbase or a little under of a Cherokee. So
yeah,
that'll be nice on the trail. So now we'll take you guys back to the shop and we'll show you the axles that we've been building for this and that we're going to be installing probably next month or so. And we'll show you some of the materials we're going to be using as well. All right, guys, so we're here in the shop right now. We got a lot of parts right here that are going to be going into Jacob's Jeep, and we're going to be showing you them right now.
To start off with the axles, we have the high pinion Dana 30 up front with the Yukon zip locker and the Arctic Industries truss. And if we move back, we have the Ford 8.8 out of a 95 Ford Explorer, also with the Arctic Industries truss. These axles are both set up with 410s, and the 8.8 has the C-clip eliminator kit, and that comes with the chromoly axle shafts.
So a little more on this 8.8. This truss from Arctic is for the 8.8 swap kit into a TJ. So it comes with all the brackets that weld on into the stock location. And that's what we originally did. We had all the stock brackets welded into the original locations so for it to bolt right under a TJ. But then we decided we were gonna do a single triangulated rear, which is gonna be completely custom. So we cut off the 2 upper brackets here, as well as the track bar mount over there. And all we gotta do now is throw it under the Jeep and find out where our upper control arms need to be. They're gonna be somewhere over here. And just weld on new upper control arm brackets. And we don't even have to worry about the track bar bracket because we're not going to be using one.
Okay, so the reason why I went with the Yukon Zip Locker and the Dana 30 is because it's normally closed. So that means if I run out of CO2 or air on the trail, my locker will still be actuated and I can still do the trail with my front end locked.
Yeah, continue wheeling basically.
Basically until I go home, get my CO2 tank refilled, and etc. I do plan on locking the rear end down the road, but I want to see how far I can get with just the front end locked.
Yeah, you should probably be able to get pretty far, you know?
Yeah.
You probably do some pretty gnarly trails with just one locker, is what I'm thinking. Alright, so we got 4 really long pieces of DOM right here. I forget exactly how long we bought them at, but this is 2-inch quarter wall DOM. This is going to be for all our links or our control arms underneath. Usually if you buy a kit, say for an XJ or a TJ, the upper links are going to be 1 3/4, 120 wall. That's what I've usually found. There's a small selection of kits out there on the market where the uppers are also going to be 2-inch quarter wall DOM. So just for a comparison, I have a 1 3/4, 120 wall right here of DOM, and you can see the difference. This is a lot thinner of a piece. It does fine for most people, but for Jake's Jeep, we wanted it to be as strong as possible. So we're gonna be using 2-inch quarter wall for the uppers as well. For example, on my red Jeep, it has 1 3/4, 120 wall DOM for the uppers, but when I built Ashley's Jeep, this is what I use for the uppers, and it does fantastic. You know, it's just something you don't have to worry about.
To start off, at the front of the table, we have Enduro joints. The reason why we went with Enduro joints instead of Johnny joints is because they're more affordable and practically the same thing. And they're 1 1/4, which are the biggest size you can get in them. The reason why we went with them instead of Heim joints is because squeaky. And
yeah, I mean, Heim joints like this is for Jake's track bar. They can get really squeaky. For example, Ashley's Jeep or any one of our steering setups, Heim joints are just squeaky. That's how they are. You can lube them before the trail, during the trail, after the trail, they're still gonna squeak. So over here we have 2 Enduro joints without the threaded shaft on them. The DOM gets welded directly to these. We're gonna be using these 2 Enduro joints at the axle side in the front for the 2 lower links. The reason we're not using the threaded shaft Enduro joints at those 2 spots is because we're gonna be bending those 2 lower links on the DOM bender so Jake's tires clear completely when they're turning. And these Enduro joints with the threaded shaft would get in the way of that bend. So that's the reason behind that. This is a little joint just for that Dana 30 right on top of the diff. It just gets pressed in there.
So behind the Enduro joint, we have the threaded tube insert. This is what gets welded into the DOM. And then we have the jam nut right here. If you look over here, this is what it's gonna look like when it's all set up.
Yeah, so we have the Enduro joint, jam nut, tube insert.
So over here, we have the track bar stuff. We have both the Heims, the threaded tube inserts, the jam nuts, and the misalignment spacers.
We also got the DOM for the track bar right here. This is 1 1/2-inch quarter wall DOM, and this is gonna make for a really strong track bar.
So we got most of this stuff from Barnes 4-wheel drive, and we got the DOM local because we found a deal on that.
We still got a lot to do, but we basically got all the parts we need, and hopefully in the next month or so, we're gonna be tearing apart the TJ, we're gonna be doing a lot of work to it, and we're gonna be filming it all, guys. So be sure to check all that out in the next month or so. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment for us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hey guys, we're here with Bella, and I just want to remind everybody to take a look at the Backcountry Beagles blog. There's going to be a new blog post coming out with every single video, so there should be one out now today with this video. This new one is going to be a little bit about Bella and the journey that we went on to go get her.
Yep.
It was a good time. So make sure to go take a look at that. There's lots of pictures, and yeah, she... Look at her.
She's tired. She needs to go bed.
She needs to go bed.
We really do appreciate it, everyone who takes the time to watch our videos, and more importantly, everyone who actually enjoys them. Go to bed, Belly. Go to bed.
Come on, Bella. Hold on. Yeah, she's like, why am I in here?
Ah!